We've seen very unsettled weather moving out of our shores over the past couple of days into central parts of Europe. For example, yesterday Grenoble in France caught some heavy rain, and latterly through last night into this morning we've seen some very wet weather up around Genoa in northern Italy. 90 millimetres in fact, which is about half the November average in just a 12-hour period. Looks like being a pretty unsettled spell down there in actual fact. Low pressure close by for several days to come, in fact being reinforced on Saturday by a new area of low pressure, so some wet weather to come and some windy weather too. The cold Mistral wind blowing down across southern France once we get through to the early part of the weekend. Elsewhere across northwest Europe, very unsettled indeed, often windy, and spells of heavy rain to come, notably across Scotland from this evening onwards, and eventually a belt of heavy rain, slow-moving heavy rain too, will be affecting parts of northwest England and North Wales as we go through to Friday. But today, on a positive note, it is pretty warm, 14 to 16 degrees for many of us. The wind's not too strong in the south, but already strengthening in the far northwest there with gales around, and those gale force winds will be with us for the next couple of days. You can see all the isobars on the chart. We've got low pressure over Iceland and high pressure beginning to nose in again once we get through to the early part of next week. So after a very unsettled spell, it does look as though things may become a little bit drier by Monday or Tuesday as this anticyclone nudges forward. It'll maybe bring some mist and fog around, but also it'll clear away much of the rain. So a wet spell coming up, but then things hopefully quietening down in the early part of next week. Now we've seen good spells of sunshine this morning across southeast Wales and across many parts of England. Much thicker cloud across Northern Ireland and the west and north of Scotland. It's here. Been some pockets of rain already this morning, and that rain will become more extensive in the far northwest at least before it goes dark today. Elsewhere though, some more breaks in the cloud, more pleasant enough warm sunshine to come, and as we've seen already, temperatures not far off 16 degrees. But those winds are certainly going to feature. There'll be gusts up to 60 miles an hour or so in the next 24 hours up there across Scotland, especially with gales coming down into Northern Ireland through the Irish Sea during Thursday as well. Overnight then, that band of rain will start to make progress down across Scotland into parts of Northern Ireland. Some drizzly rain around these northwestern fringes of England and Wales as well. But in the southeastern corner here, under fairly clear skies, it will turn out to be pretty chilly. There could be some mist and fog as well, with temperatures in country areas maybe down as low as 4 or 5 degrees. Well, there's the chart for lunchtime tomorrow. As you can see, a pretty wet looking scene for much of northwest Britain. Heavy rain for much of the day, in actual fact, driven on by that strong wind. Elsewhere again, some dry bright weather, some mist and fog to clear away, but temperatures still way above the average for this time of the year. Could be up to 14-15 degrees in some parts of southeast England during tomorrow. Friday then, we'll see an area of low pressure, which means to say for bonfire night, some soggy sparklers about, some heavy rain around in many parts of England and Wales during Friday. Eventually colder, brighter weather will start to nudge southwards across many northern and western areas during Friday, and then a return to the high pressure in the south, which means for the many southern parts of the weekend fine and bright, but outbreaks of rain for a time through Scotland and Northern Ireland. Bye-bye.